Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Under the Radar Season 4. Today we're covering the son of Dwayne Wade, the son of Flash, Zaire Wade. Now,
Ari, why are you talking about Zaire Wade? The only reason why you're talking about him is because he's the son of Dwayne Wade.
I'm like, yes, that's one of the reasons, but the biggest reason is the man just signed a pro contract to play in the NBA G League with the Salt Lake City Stars, the G League affiliate of the Utah Jazz. Literally, a couple days back, my phone was blowing up. And when I saw in my notifications, I could not believe it. Finally, Zaire took the next step into becoming a pro basketball player. And this is to be in the NBA G League. Now, this is an amazing decision. Now, college, yes, it's a good decision, but judging by the people who are offering them, I think this is the best scenario. And let's roll back the call, We have to know, how did Zaire Wade become the pro we all know and love today? Now, Zaire Blessing Dwayne Wade, yes indeed, that is his full name, was born on February 4, 2002 in Chicago, Illinois. As we all know, Zaire is the son of former NBA legend, NBA player, Hall of Famer, The Flash, and many other nicknames, one of the greatest shooting guards of all time, Dwayne Wade. And Savon Funches as his mom. He actually has one younger brother, Xavier, and two younger sisters, Zaya and Kavia. Obviously, Dwayne Wade took him and his siblings to games, and they'd often shoot around with the team warm-ups, which is pretty dope. I mean, come on. If you have a basketball, there's a hoop, you can play with your dad, just mess around in warm-ups. Why the hell not? For his freshman year in high school, Zaire played basketball in Mount Carmel High School in Chicago, Illinois. Also on the team is his nickname, or his cousin, Davion Morris, who also played in the exact same team in freshman year with Zaire. For Zaire's next 2 years of high school, he played basketball at the American Heritage School in Miami, Florida, which to obviously make it convenient between him and his dad, and honestly, that's a good decision. On May 29, 2019, it was announced that Zaire would transfer to the prestigious, one of the best programs in the country, one of the best programs in California in terms of high school basketball, the private K-12 institution in Chatsworth, Los Angeles, the very well-known Sierra Canyon. For his 2019 to 20 senior year in high school, he sadly only averaged 4 points and 1 rebound a game. Now, I can explain for this. Sadly, during this duration of time, senior high school, it was pretty rough for my guy Zaire. Now, one of the biggest reasons why he was averaging those numbers is because the team of Sierra Canyon was pretty stacked. You have Amari Bailey. You have that really tall Chinese dude. You have, of course, Bronny James Jr. You have Zaire Williams, Brandon Boston. That's a really stacked team. And of course, the guy who was starting and playing on top of Zaire was another Zaire, Zaire Williams, who's currently a guard in the NBA for the Memphis Grizzlies. Now, the sad part is, during his senior season, he tore his right ligament when he actually had to return. But sadly, he didn't produce good numbers because, sadly, the coach wasn't giving him solid minutes off the bench after Zaire. And I would see at times that Zaire would play more than 23 minutes. I mean, yes, he already scoring 25 points per game within at least 20 to 25 minutes, but I think 35 minutes is too long, and I think you should give those minutes exactly to Zaire. Judging by how stacked the team was in Sierra Canyon, honestly, they shouldn't have made him 6-man. And the cool thing is here, while they were not, sadly playing him in Sierra Canyon, the coach, he averaged 11 points in the Nike EYBL. So you could tell this guy could really play basketball. It's just he wasn't given the right opportunity. He wasn't given the minutes either. Now, as Zaire can be seen dunking, he's super athletic. The dude is 6'3", but the dude plays like he's 6'5", 6'7", man. His impressive athleticism. And the cool thing about this is knowing that he would not get a lot of minutes in Sierra Canyon, he decided to, transfer in one of the best programs in the country, one of the best preparatories in the country, Brewster Academy, as a 19-year-old going into New Hampshire Wolfboro. Now, as we all know, Brewster Academy is a boarding school that has been, sending a lot of NBA players to the NBA, such as TJ Warren, Donovan Mitchell, Devontae Graham, the starting point guard for the New Orleans Pelicans, and the super hyper athletic, the bulk charger on the Fort Wayne Mad Ants and the Indiana Pacers, Jalen the Freak LeCue, and among many others. Now, the 6'3 guard plays point guard and can obviously move around with the ball. Like, the movement for Zaire is just purely insane. His off-ball movement, man, is just insane. As a 3-star recruit, Zaire can really shoot the ball from beyond the arc, but sadly not consistently yet from what I've seen. But he possesses amazing leadership capabilities, which is a lot of good pluses for him if he's becoming a starting point guard. Now, sadly, Zaire did not have a lot of prestigious programs offering him, but according to ESPN and 24/7 Sports, he only had offers from DePaul, Toledo, Rhode Island, Nebraska, South Carolina, and light interest from Michigan State University, TCU, and the University of Miami. Now, it's because of his lack of minutes and lack of playing time in Sierra Canyon on how stacked they were during that time. I mean, Brandon Boston went to Kentucky. Zaire ended up going to Stanford. Amari Bailey ended up going to the Bruins in UCLA. And you already know what's happened to Bronny and all of his amazing highlight plays and overtime clips. So the fact that he could pull these offers, yes, they're not impressing schools, but DePaul, Toledo, Rhode Island, Nebraska, South Carolina, most of these programs are D1. And Zaire didn't really play that much in his senior season, but still, he was able to pull D1 offers. Imagine if they gave him solid minutes, or at least gave him a 6-man option. The dude would probably pull a lot of good, programs. Michigan, both Michigans could probably go for him, or probably his dad's alma mater, Marquette, could have went knocking on his door. But the cool thing is, with this G League option, now that he can be able to play against pros, and it's going to really ready him from the NBA. Now I know what you've been wondering. Why didn't he join the Ignite team? Now, the Ignite team has been really efficient. They're really good. I mean, they're proving to be pretty well, most especially with Jalen Green as the leading scorer. And I think Jalen Green right now is the leading scorer among rookies. The only person that could probably touch him is Chris Duarte of the Indiana Pacers, but not really much of a comparison there. Now, with the Ignite team, there's multiple focuses, because not only you're trying to win the championship, but people's attentions, most especially scouts, they're on multiple people. Now, in Ignite 1.0, they're focusing on Kuminga, Nix, Todd, and Green. But in 2.0, for the G League Ignite team, they're focusing on Dyson Daniels, the Australian wonder, Michael Foster, who's fresh from Hillcrest, Goff and Jesse from Georgetown, and of course Jaden Hardy and Scoot Henderson, fresh from high school, Namir Johnson, and the high-flying dragon Fan Bo-chun, fresh from China. Now, it was good that he ended up going to the Salt Lake City Stars. Yes, you can all keep chattering about, oh, it's only because, Dwayne Wade is the part owner of the Utah Jazz, he pulled a couple strings. I mean, come on. Isn't the parent's role for a child is to make them have the best experience, trying to take care and give them the best possible situation that you can possibly garner? Because if you were placed in Dwayne Wade's scenario, would you want the best for your son? Because that's what I would have done. And it's just an amazing option, because he can learn with veterans like a Zubike. He can show a couple talents with Pedro Bradshaw and JC Show, who basically went sabay-sabay with him, or at the same time with him. So a Zubike and a lot of the veterans in the Utah Jazz are really just going to fuel his development. Now, he needs to work on his handles. He needs them to be a little bit tighter. His shooting consistency needs a bit work. Yes, his mid-range game is platinum, but his three-point game needs more consistency. His finishing ability is already there, as you can see in these clips when he goes against Ben Simmons, Jordan Clarkson, and many overseas pros and G League pros. So, I think in the G League it'll be very exciting with him playing in Salt Lake City. Sadly, for the plans, he cannot sign a two-way since he's a little too young for that. But what he can do is he'll play there for a full time. So, ladies and gentlemen, sadly I had to kill and shoot out the dream of Donovan Mitchell and Z Wade playing together on the same team. But you never know. Now, most likely the scenario is if he plays really well in the G League this upcoming season, the plan is for him to declare for the NBA draft next season. He's going to be declaring for the NBA draft almost as late as his dad. His dad declared for the draft when he was 21 years old, and it's predicted that he might declare for the draft also at 20 or 21 years old. Now, I'm excited to what I'm going to probably see in the Winter Showcase this upcoming December. And I am very excited for this upcoming G League season. Just so much young talent, so much athletic freaks. And I'm very excited that there's even more spark in the G League because of LiAngelo Ball and, of course, my guy Z Wade. So it was really a good pickup for them with the 10th pick in the G League draft. I was completely jumped. I was completely surprised. I knew he was eligible, but I did not know that he submitted the documents to be drafted. That's what made me so shocked, because normally I'd get notification of these things and these transactions. So I'm really optimistic, and I hope that he averages 8 to 10, maybe double-digit points. I mean, come on, you're jumping from high school to the G League, so I'm gonna start, cutting a little corners for you. So Zaire, good luck, buddy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you loved today's video, and I'll see you next week. God bless, take care of yourselves, goodbye.